In this presentation, I will be speaking about training surgical hands and feet. Learning surgery is a complex experience which requires motivation, coaching, goal setting, training, support, and advice time to time from your mentors. The mentor will always guide you to achieve the best possible goals in surgical skills. There are 4 levels of learning any skill. The first level is unconscious incompetence, second is conscious incompetence, third is conscious competence, and fourth is unconscious competence. The level 1, you need training with wet labs, seeing lots of 3D surgical videos and online surgical videos. Level 2, you need hands-on training along with videos and video analysis. Then you need further hands-on training to achieve level 3, and then to become even better you need lots of practice. Who all are eligible to do ophthalmic microsurgery? Anyone who can write legibly with both the hands, so having fair amount of ambidextrosity is enough for doing ophthalmic microsurgery. Of course, more ambidextrous you are, easily you can do surgery. You need good stereopsis. Fine stereopsis is very important. If there is lack of stereopsis, you may find it difficult to learn microsurgery. And of course, you need to be ultra fit and ultra powerful. Of course, I'm kidding. You just need to be fit enough to do good surgery. If your fingers are clumsy, if your hands are clumsy, you can do these activities like Chinese balls or playing video games with your hands and do different types of exercises if you feel that you are having difficulty in moving instruments. But most of the times wet lab training will give you enough exercise for your fingertips. Training the non-dominant hand is very important. So you can write every day 1 page with your non-dominant hand and start brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. It reduces the clumsiness and improves your surgical skills. Apart from learning motor skills, you need to also learn analytical skills. So training your mind is very important, in fact more important than just learning psychomotor skills. There are different steps of learning any new skill, as simple or as complex as bicycle riding, which we learn when we are at younger age, and we go through the same training cycle when you learn surgical skills. So initially you need hand holding, psychomotor skill development, which we do in wet lab training and hands-on training, and further we need to analyze the surgeries, the videos, and that improves your analytical skill development, and further you start doing hands-on training and practice to face real life problems in the surgeries and start doing surgeries on your own. The training involves hand-eye coordination, which involves simple tasks to complex tasks, and leg-eye coordination again from simple to complex, and then you need both these tasks in a coordinated manner. So wet lab training is very important before you start operating on human eyes. It develops your psychomotor skills. Doing surgery for the first time is just like driving for the first time. So learning surgeon lacks foot switch control, there is less foot eye control, and that may land up in accidents. There is less hand-eye coordination as well. So beginner cannot do too many things at a time. which is much needed when you are operating. So of course these beginners have higher chance of getting into trouble. Of course in surgery we want to avoid these accidents. So way to avoid is to do practice in the wet lab. And we have to give certain tasks in the wet lab, like achieving basic foot switch control, for example starting irrigation and switching it off, basic hand-eye coordination, to insert the phaco probe in the dummy eye and then inserting Sinskey, understanding different hand movements for maneuvers like doing capsulorhexis, so using either forceps or using cystitome, and then more coordinated and complex maneuvers like chopping, divide and range, while keeping the microscope right at the center. If you don't have wet lab available, then this is a great video from Dr. John Davis. You can see how simple things available in the kitchen can be used to train your motor skills. You can practice suturing, doing capsulorhexis on microwave tomato or onion under this mobile microscope. Use the egg for learning how to create flaps, or cut grape to suture it, to learn the suturing skills. You can even do transplant from a tomato to a potato and learn suturing on the tomato skin. Just look at how a tomato skin can be transplanted on a potato skin and trying suturing that. Of course, a more realistic experience can be taken with wet lab. So wet lab is basically the same structure which is available in the operating room. The first thing you have to do is adjust microscope, interpupillary distance, eyepiece, adjust your posture so that you are in the comfortable ergonomic posture, and also the foot switch position. So you think as if you are actually operating. So that helps you getting into the mindset of a surgeon who is operating on a human eye. Also helps you in improving your posture during the surgery. The first tasks are basic hand-eye coordination. Like here I am using a Kitaro set for doing the dry lab, where you can see I am using the phaco probe, and I am telling my trainee to use the Sinskey to rotate this pre-divided plastic nucleus. So idea is to develop the left hand movement, to develop the hand-eye coordination, reduce the clumsiness of using both hands. So in this step we are not using foot, but we are using hand-eye. Next step will be to achieve basic foot-eye coordination, where the trainee will be asked to put the foot over the foot switch of the phaco machine and the microscope. And now with the foot switch, the trainee has to start the irrigation and switch it off. And the further coordination is basic foot, hand and eye coordination, where the trainee will start the irrigation, insert the phaco probe, rotate it, and then insert the second instrument with the left hand and try to do it multiple number of times. So practice this movement in the wet lab hundreds of times to make it a reflex movement. It is very important for trainees to spend time in this wet lab to achieve this skill. Instead of these Kitaro set, you can also use porcine eyes or goat's eyes. There are many other artificial eyes which are available. Also, it is important to understand how the machine sounds and how it changes its steps when you press on the foot switch. So that also has to be understood by using the foot switch in the wet lab. listen to the sounds of the phaco machine and do it again hundreds of times so that you know exactly where the phaco starts and exactly where the vacuum starts. And then practice and practice these multiple steps. There are other sets also available with these wet labs where you can use it for understanding the hand movements for creating scleral pockets or corneal incisions. Though the tissue feel may not be the same, but you know how to do it, and then you have to do the same while doing the surgery. There are many other advanced equipment available like the simulation or augmented reality, which you can use if you have access to it. If you believe in yourself, anything is possible, so do not give up and learn excellent surgical skills.